My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Hey everyone, how are you today? I am feeling great. I'm feeling fine. There's a lot of great things coming down the pike, down the horizon, down the street, on the highway, whatever it is. I can see great things coming, not just my way, but your way also today. I just want you to be encouraged about that today. So, and here's the reason why I'm saying this, right? I heard a quote the other day, and I cannot remember for the life of me where I heard it, but there was a phrase that said, "You are the painting and not the artist." And I can't remember what I was doing. I don't know if I was washing dishes or whatever it was. So I was hearing it, not hearing it, or whatever. But that phrase kind of like perked my ears. But like I said, I was washing dishes, so I don't think I was doing something. I was in the midst of doing something. And but that phrase kind of stuck with me, right? And I don't remember the context of how it was said or what it was said or whatever it was. I cannot remember. But here's what I think that means for most of us, right? That you are the painting and not the artist or the painter. Sometimes as we are maneuvering through life and we are trying to figure ourselves out, do we really have control over our destination? Or did someone else create that lane for us? Now, let's understand that there are some times where people have put us in positions to succeed. Let's not take anything away from that. Some of us need it because we're unaware, we're unsure, our confidence is not that high. Whatever it is, there are times where we may need to have someone to help us out in that space. And then there are some of us that really have that hustling mentality, that mindset of taking over. And again, let's be clear, it does not always mean that you're an entrepreneur. It just means that you take control over what's going on in your life, right? And so I believe that for those individuals that are the painting, sometimes, even though it could be such a beautiful masterpiece, it could be one that can last for years and years and years. It looks great on a wall. It is can be sold, at great prices, doing NFTs, whatever it is, right? A painting is something that could last a long time, and we think that that's where we need to be. And that's fine for some people. But also there is that other side of that individual who created that masterpiece. Now, let's understand that in some cases, when you create that masterpiece, you don't always get the accolades as soon as it's created. Even a painting, though, doesn't always get its accolades either. But sometimes the individual will get it prior to the actual work become world renowned. So, but because, of certain individuals, that particular artist can create this one masterpiece, and then they're asked to work on other projects and create more and more and more and more. And so, even though that could be a one of a kind or whatever it is, and it's a lot of work, but that person's name, reputation, or whatever lives forever. So I wonder, how many of you today are in that space and have not determined which one you want to be. Do you want to be the artist? Do you want to be the one that's going to create it? Create that masterpiece? Are you going to be the one that's going to take control over your life? Are you going to be the one that's going to direct traffic, open doors, close doors, go on interviews, speak up for yourself, wake up in the, and look in the mirror every day and say, hey, I'm going to have a great day today, and start directing your path in a more positive, enlightening manner? Or are you going to be the one that needs a little more encouragement from the outside? One that is going to receive the instruction a little bit more and allow individuals to create your path for you. Now, let's be honest, in some ways, that path can be easier or appear to be easier when you are in someone else's shadow, when you are mimicking, if you will, or that other individual is opening up doors for you. Sometimes it's easier, but is it really more gratifying when you have to kick the door down yourself? Is it a moment where you can feel proud about yourself, and you can feel proud either way. You really can. But, I know for myself personally, it's more gratifying for me to be the artist than it is for someone to paint me. And in that, sometimes you get a little bit more gratification and a little bit more support when you are the artist. Now, you can look like it's because someone has painted you, right? Duplicated you, you get more support. Well, here's the challenge that I have with that, and again, these are my own experiences. When I have mimicked myself or made myself a duplicate of someone else, and this is not a personal experience, but this is what I've seen, where someone else was duplicated, right? And they tried to move forward, and I've seen two things happen. One, they were stopped once they had gotten to a certain point, or number two, as soon as they surpassed their mentor, right, or their artist, now all of a sudden, they was shunned, or the door was closed by their artist. The artist stopped painting them. Now, here's what happens, even with that one individual I had seen, where once they were no longer being painted and supported or shopped by their artist to say, hey, this is a good work, they did not have it within themselves to keep moving forward. They didn't have it within themselves that grit, that grind, that hustle, that attitude to say, you know what, I need to continue this on because, you know what, I really love this lifestyle. So I challenge you today, you know, are you the artist or are you the painting? Yes, people are in both lanes. I mean, I'm sorry, there's a person in each lane. You have to figure out which lane is for you. And let's be honest, the artist route is not easy because you can create multiple paintings, drawings, architecture, businesses, whatever it is, right? You can create so many of them, and then, you know, you're like, hey, when is the accolades going to come? When's the money going to come? So forth and so on. And what happens is you get that one painting that blows you up. All you have to do is try, continue to try. And so I'll leave you with this, you know, as I'm saying that, you know, it makes me think of the Colonel Sanders story where Kentucky, even though he had tried so many different businesses, and I can never remember the gentleman's name. We just know him as Colonel Sanders, who founded Kentucky Fried Chicken. But understand that he didn't get to that point until he was over 80 years old. Or something like that. Over 70 or 80, something like that. So when you think about that, you know, continuing to be the artist, sometimes it does not hit until later on, but it's okay. So today I ask you whether you decide to be the artist or the painting. Find what's comfortable for you, and let's keep it moving.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.